What's going on?
Cock!
What's going on, guys? Welcome on back to...
I was yelling cock.
Oh, you were?
Yeah,
I barely even noticed.
Yeah. Okay, go.
What's going on?
Cock in my face!
I can't believe someone just yelled that right now.
Okay, we're sorry for real.
I hate you. Shut up. Shut the fuck up. What's going on, snack fans? Welcome back to another amazing segment called Snack Bites. I'm your host, Ryan Hernia.
Hey, what's up, guys? I'm the co-host of Brady Cardia.
That's right, we got a special banger of an episode for you guys today.
Banger? I barely even know her.
It's even funnier the 20th time you've said that. Okay, so today's episode, we're going down our own lists.
Our own. We made them.
We made them ourselves with our two brain cells of our two top anime worlds we'd like to live in, and then the one anime world we probably wouldn't like to live in.
Ooh-wee. That sounds really fun, man.
Yeah, it is. So, without further ado, Brady, what's your first anime world you'd like to live in if you choose to do so?
Okay, so, like Ryan said, we have two worlds, what we think would be a pleasure to live in. My first world may sound basic, but a world's a world. I'm going to say it's Pokemon, baby. Pokemon. Do you guys know what Pokemon is? You're basically playing around with all these cool little monsters. You're catching them. It's such a thrill.
If you don't know what Pokemon is, you're probably born yesterday.
Yeah.
Like, legitimately, everyone knows what Pokemon is.
You probably lick buttholes if you don't know what Pokemon is, honestly.
Or you do that for fun on your free time.
But anyway, it's the joy of leaving your parents' house when you're 11. You're on your own adventure. You're your own man at 11. I'll do it. You get to go around, catch and fight Pokemon, go against trainers. I don't think I'm gonna be, the number one champ in all of the land for Pokemon battles, but I could probably hold my own in a Pokemon battle. And if I'm not a Pokemon trainer, I'll just work out another job with Pokemon. It's basically like normal life. You're just working your day-to-day Pokemon. You might have to worry about some legendary Pokemon attacking, the Earth every so often. But that's what the really good trainers are for.
That comes with the territory.
Yeah, it comes with the territory.
All right, Brady. So when you were 11 years old, would you say you were ready to set out on your own and live a life amongst the Pokemon?
So here's the thing. No.
That answers that.
I wasn't ready, but I think in the Pokemon world, you're just kind of forced. You're just like, okay, bye-bye, here's your bag, never gonna see you again.
I don't think you're forced. It's like, do you want to go learn geometry or do you want to catch Pokemon? Decide now!
Yeah, I would definitely have water-type Pokemons. I'm a big Gen 1. My starter Pokemon would be a Squirtle.
Do you think that you're a big Gen 1 just because that's all you know, or do you think that's because you actually like this?
I mean, Gen 1, 2, and 3 is basically my whole knowledge when it comes to the new gens.
All right, let's see your top 6 Pokemon.
Top 6 Pokemon. Okay, so first one, Squirtle. Like I already said, put Squirtle up there. Second one, Mr. Mime. Mr. Mime's a classic. It's not like you can't have Mr. Mime. Second one, Jigglypuff. Jigglypuff. Fourth one. This one might be hard to catch, but I have a buddy to catch them for me. Lucario. That one's probably unrealistic. Third one.
He's not legendary. You can definitely catch one.
Yeah, but he's kind of cool. He makes me very intimidated.
Your cast Pokemon so far is actually on the beta male side so far.
Yeah, I'm a beta.
Mime,
it gets
Jiggly.
It gets more beta.
Oh god.
Hear me out. My fifth pick, it's gonna be Ditto.
Okay. Any specific reason for Ditto?
It's because Ditto can morph into any type of living being.
Into Steve Harvey.
Sit on it! Yeah, there's no other reasons why I would pick Ditto, obviously.
You miss your mom.
And last pick, Cypher.
Okay.
Because it goes Cypher.
So mostly Gen 1 with one Gen 4.
I think Lucario is the only one who's not Gen 4, 1.
Yeah.
But yeah, Pokemon, who wouldn't want to live in a Pokemon world? You could be a trainer, or you could just be an average Joe working with Pokemon every day.
We'll live, in a Pokemon world. Pokemon, I want to be greatest master of them all. Pokemon. That's like the 4th theme song.
That's a good one.
Thank
I
you.
like the OG one. Oh, but if I'm in a world and I see Missy coming along, I'm like, ha, what's up, Missy, my girl? You're gonna be missing my later.
Assuming they're both like 12, like that's okay to say. Assuming.
Hey Ryan, what world would you love to live in?
Honestly, I like to live in Pokemon World too, but I was like, oh, we can't both say Pokemon.
Yeah, too bad. Pick your own.
And
chump.
you know what?
You chump basket.
You know what's even worse about the ironic part about that is that I actually have kept up with Pokemon like ever since my childhood. So
Your
I'm like,
conception, yeah.
So I was like, I'm deserving of that. But I gave it to Brady. I was like, Brady, you deserve this. You need a win.
I need to win once in my life.
With everything going on in your life, I'm like, you need this.
Okay, so that's mine.
Let me do it for you.
What's yours?
My first anime world that I like to live in, Digimon.
You're talking about Digimon, digital monster, Digimon champion in the digital world. Digimon.
Put it in my ass. Put it in my ass.
I don't think that's how that goes.
It is now.
Okay.
I grew up with Digimon. I loved it so much. I followed it pretty religiously up until like Generation 4.
Okay.
I want to say. So it was Ty and the gang, then it was Davis and the gang, and then
Ty.
it was later it was Taikamichi, Taichi. Later there was another one. Anyway, I kept up pretty good when I was a kiddo. If I were to live in the Digimon world,
Yeah, how would you do?
I wouldn't even be one of the main characters. Obviously, like we can't be the main characters.
No,
we
can't. It's impossible for us to be.
I'm going to be like the edgy school bully type that gets thrown into the mix and then later respects the main character probably.
Okay.
Yeah, and then like I'm not a healer, I'm not the main character. I might be the sniper, like the long distance fighter. And my Digimon would probably be something like maybe like a long range gun type of Digimon.
Like a sniper one, or just like a gun type Digimon one has different long range like snipers.
What if it was like a little dinosaur, like a little dino Digimon, and like his nose like flips out into like a sniper barrel?
And when it digi-evolves to its last form, it like digi-evolves to like
A tank.
I was just about to say that.
A tank.
A tank, but it's like a sniper tank. So it's like a scope on it, like a red scope.
Yes. Yes, and then like later in the 4th generation of Pokemon, Digimon, the Digidestin begin to like merge with their Digimon. And
so cool.
It was kind of cool. So what if we merged and turned into like a tank like Gundam type Digimon?
That would be so rad.
It'd be kind of sick, right?
I do think Digivolves are like, I'm the beta male, you're the alpha male right now. Because like,
Because you chose Ditto and Jigglypuff.
Pokemon evolutions are a lot more like friendly, even girly. But when you talk about like Digi-evolving, they're massive men. They're just like bodybuilders with all these like tank parts on them.
Have you ever seen Omni-Man or Omnimon?
Omnimon.
So check out Omnimon. You guys have seen Omnimon probably. So it's the 5th evolution of Agumon and the 5th evolution of Gabuterimon, I believe. Gabumon. And they DNA Digivolve to create Omnimon. He looks so cool. And he's not at all like a Pokemon at all. This Pokemon or this character is fucking so sick.
So sick.
Yeah.
So tight.
Yeah. So I'd be like the weird little bully that eventually becomes useful and maybe even sacrifices himself in the end.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You could be like the Flash Thompson of their universe.
Flash Thompson. Oh, I could be. Because I'm ugly.
No, because you look like him.
It's an inside joke we have because I look like Flash from the latest Spider-Man movies, and I personally think he's ugly. So.
No, he's not. Pull up the picture.
I don't like doing this. I think he's ugly.
All right.
So far, it's a lot of editing for me.
So far.
I have to censor out a bird flip, and I have to throw away a lot of pictures.
It's okay. You'll edit around it.
Cool. I'll edit around it.
Same with the podcast. I have to edit so much.
I know, dude. Why do we do this to ourselves?
It's all right.
When do we have time for our wives and our kids? All right, Brady. What's your number 2 pick? What's your second anime world you like to live in, brother?
All right. My second anime world I would like to live in. Hear me out.
I'm listening.
Sword Art Online.
Ooh.
Right?
Okay.
Because basically it's just a normal Earth, but with more advanced AI, VR headsets,
skill sets.
So it's basically just Earth, just with a very advanced video game VR headset. Basically, the Nerve gear. The Nerve gear would be so cool to have in our life. So it would be so cool to like be in that world, and you're like, okay, I'm clocking into fucking my Nerve gear. You put that shit on, and you just transport to this other world. And it would definitely be. I mean, my ideal is after the first season where everybody's not stuck in there anymore. It's
So
just
you're post season 1 where everyone's out from being trapped.
Yeah, I'm post season 1, and it's just like, who wouldn't want to be in a world where you have one of the best video games of your time?
So are you going for pleasure or for business?
I'm going for pleasure.
You said earlier you said clock in, so I figured your job might be in VR.
Oh, I could be a Twitch streamer in the VR, the Nerve Gear headset.
What's the Facebook VR called? I forgot. What
Facebook VR?
Yeah.
You're lying.
Oh, the Betaverse. Oh.
The beta. With
the Metaverse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Dude, you work for Mark Zuckerberg? Marky Mark?
Marky Mark. Oh, that's not Marky Mark, but Mark Zuckerberg.
Mark Zuckerbutt.
Mark, suck this nut, Berg.
Bruh.
Anyway,
Hey.
imagine it. Imagine. Stick with me. Imagine it, guys. You're basically in your real world, but the technology is a little bit more advanced. You could just go into this metaverse, and it's basically what we're going to be in like 20 years from now. We're going to be able to just transport to this other world. And yeah, it'll definitely be for pleasure for me. But if I could do a little Twitch streaming while I'm in there, fucking just raiding some dungeons.
Some IRL streaming.
Literally.
Okay, Brady, I like it so far. But what if you were one of the 1,000 people who are trapped in the VR game of Sword Art Online before season 1, and you were trapped for a year? Because I think everyone was there trapped for about a year. If you survived,
it was about a year. I could have been a couple years.
Because a lot of people were on life support. You know, obviously they can't eat.
No. So yeah, if I was stuck in there, I wouldn't be like one of the main characters. I wouldn't be like trying to figure out how to get out. I'd be like, yeah, this is my life now. I'll be working at like one of the farms or something. It's like, this is my life. I'll find like a wife. What's like really hard because half of the players or more, it's like 85% of the players were all male.
What if you're a catfish? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What if you're a catfish into like marrying a wife, but it turns out they're an NPC?
Once when in the first episode, once when they switch it where you're stuck in there forever, everybody turns into their actual self.
Right.
It's just like this big hunky nerd. Not hunky, but like junky, you know?
Yeah, like a smelly nerd.
Yeah.
Like someone you see at Toy Temple.
Yeah, exactly. And you're like, well, I'm married. I'm not going to back out of a marriage, so. But yeah, I wouldn't be one of those ones because like if you die in the game, you die in real life.
What if you find out that like your NPC, your wife's an NPC?
And then like they fix it and we're all allowed back in the real world, but she can't come with me and I got attached to her because I thought she was real.
This side character is becoming more and more interesting the more you talk about
He's becoming the main character. He's the main side character.
Bro, that'd be crazy if you were the side character who married an NPC and then maybe like you download the NPC like personality onto your phone or your watch or something.
And then that'd be weird. I'm like just going on a date with my phone.
Or maybe you like
how you doing, babe?
Maybe you find someone in real life and you kill them and you download the NPC memory and like data into her brain and then you start dating that person. But then maybe the emotions and brain of the last person, they start merging with your NPC wife, and then it becomes like an amalgamation of like different things you have to overcome and stuff. Do I move on?
Anyway, so Ryan, what's your second pick for the world you wanna live in?
All right, so I wrote mine down because I'm a little forgetful weenie head. Yo.
I'm intrigued now.
So I'm not gonna be the main character. Obviously, we're not main character material. Look at us. Look at us.
We're beta males,
dude. Beta male cucks.
We're not even males. We're just beta.
Right? Yeah, we're beta fish in human form. This one, I love the world.
Okay.
I'm not the main character. I'm not even a side character. I'm not even in the realm of like the main character will never even see me probably. I'm gonna choose My Hero Academia. I love this world. Obviously, if you don't know this world, basically, I would say 80% of human society is born with some sort of like superpower of some sort that they call quirks, and they can be anything from like, oh, you're like a shark man, or you can shoot lasers from your eyes. Like it's like that kind of like range of things that can happen to you. And then in the world of My Hero, the main character goes to the number one class for hero studies. It's called Class 1A, and after Class 1A, if you don't make it to that class, you get put into Class B. I'm not gonna make it into either one of those.
Yeah, I was about to say, because UA is already hard enough to get into.
Right.
Like the exams they
prestigious.
have to do. Yeah, it's super. It's like saying you got into Yale or Harvard.
Exactly.
And like, we're not going into Yale or Harvard.
But I did get into UA, but I'm in class 1C.
What's 1C?
Just like the shittier.
Is it still the hero course?
Maybe I'm just trained to be a sidekick.
Well, hear me out. Is it still the hero course, or is
hero course? Yeah.
Or is it like the support course? Or?
No. It's like prestigious.
Okay.
It's like less prestigious, and then it's just like oh, like you are just passable.
Okay. So you barely squeezed in.
Brady, help me figure out what my quirk would be. Nothing overpowered, but nothing too weird either.
You gotta think about what quirks did your parents have before you, and then that kind of trickles down to you.
My mom was a really hard worker. My dad played baseball a lot.
Maybe your dad.
My mom delivered mail.
Maybe it's like an accuracy and delivery quirk. So your dad was a baseball player, so he had the accuracy quirk where everything was on target all the time. And your mom had like a float type of quirk where it floats to the delivery spot.
Okay.
So
yeah.
with the float and accuracy, you could do something with that.
Maybe if I touched like a sniper or like a long range fighter, maybe their accuracy like increses.
Oh, that could be it. Like a percentage type of quirk.
And I can't do it to myself though. So yeah.
So yeah, you barely squeezed in.
Right. So I'm like, what if I hold a gun? My accuracy is always good.
There you go.
Yeah. Or how about this one, Brady?
Okay.
All right. I'm in class 1C, and my ability is that I can talk to bread, but they can't talk back, and no one else can hear them.
How did you get in to UA? How did you pass the exam?
Okay, so I place slices of bread on throughout the city, and they report back to me what's going on.
Wait, but is it like telepath they could report back to you, or do you have to like walk up to the piece of bread and you're just talking to the bread on the street? You're like, "Hey, bread, what do you know?" And people just see you talking to a slice of bread. Like,
what do you know?
You can only talk to it when you have a gun in your hand.
Or
so you're always like this to the piece of bread.
I can how about like I can control the length of my body hair at will.
That's your kind of. But you can only control the length of their body hair below the hips.
Okay.
It's like your ankle hair. Your ankle hair.
I hate that too. My nipples tingle when there's danger afoot. My right one's for danger from me, and left nipple is for danger for other people.
So, that's your character. If Shigaraki comes and starts wrecking shit, what are you doing?
Both my nipples go crazy.
And then, are you staying? You're like, you sense the nipples, like, Shigaraki's going this way, or Shigaraki's going this way. Or are you just like, fuck this shit, I'm out.
Or if it was a bread quirk, I'd be like, where is he, bread? Okay, let's get out of here.
The bread quirk connects to any type of gluten. So as long as there's gluten around, you could communicate with any type of gluten.
And I tried.
But you have to train your quirk to get that advanced. It starts off as bread, and then you can train it by talking to all gluten.
There's no way I get into the Hero Academy.
Wait. You can control all gluten. So if anybody eats bread, you can expand the gluten into their stomach.
Oh, maybe I have to trick them into eating gluten too. I'm like, hey, you want to come to my dinner? Hey, Jimmy, do you want a croissant? Croissant? All right, we spent a lot of time on useless quirks. That'd be a fun podcast to do, or a fun segment sometime.
Just about useless quirks.
How about I give you a power and then. I gave myself a power and then you give me setbacks. That'd be
setbacks
fun.
are what makes powers creative.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So next, we're gonna run on about if we had to be in a terrible world and what we would do to kind of make the world.
How long we'd last.
How long we would last to make it as it is, because we have no control over the. I mean, we're gonna pick what world, but like it's a shitty world to begin with.
Right. So we both picked shitty worlds. We talked about like the cool worlds we'd live in. Me being Digimon and My Hero, Brady being Pokemon and VR headset, the metaverse.
SAO.
Sword Art Online. Now, Brady, what's your shitty world? What world would you hate? What anime world, Brady, would you hate to live in?
When I think about shitty worlds, obviously there's the no-brainer shitty world. But I want to do something a little bit newer.
Yeah, non-basic.
A little bit. it's newer. It's leaning on that basic side. I'm gonna say the world of Chainsaw Man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because the world of Chainsaw Man is complete ass. Just you could die at any moment. There's devils of your worst fears. You're already afraid of it, and it gets stronger because you're more afraid of it. Like that world has to be ass. And like as long as one person's afraid of something, a devil exists in that world.
Exactly.
So I would be in the Chainsaw Man world. I wouldn't just be a normal, everyday Joe type of person. I would not be a devil, and I wouldn't be on top of the system. But I would be in the system, working underneath Makima. But I would have a devil...
Your contracts, right?
I would have a devil contract. Can you guess what the devil contract is?
You are going to be contracted with the Dust Bunny Devil or the...
Rongo.
The soap devil?
Rongo, I am contracted with the uncomfortable devil. And my giveaway is I lose all sense of feel and comfortability to have this contract. So I will get the power to make people uncomfortable.
So like
I just go up to them I'm like, ah!
And they're like, and like, it's sort of like when your in-laws come into town for like Thanksgiving dinner.
Exactly.
And they're just like, oh wow, you've been at this job for how long now? You still haven't gone to raise? Or like, when are you guys gonna have kids?
And honestly, I don't think I'm lasting long. Like, I'm never going to have my sense of comfortability and touch back. But after seeing some shit Makima's doing, I was like, I'm out. And I put in my resignation. I was like, I'm definitely one of the people in the first 5 episodes who, like, sees the shit. And I was like, not for me. I'm not dying.
Yeah.
What am I going to do? Make devils feel uncomfortable? They're devils, so they always feel uncomfortable.
That's a good point. You're like, you know what? This has been fun, Makima.
Yeah. I tried it. I gave him my best shot.
This isn't the career path for me, but thank you.
Yeah, I see this fucking crazy kid swinging around chainsaw for hands, cutting buildings and devils into pieces. I'm like, that's not me.
What if you were like the paper cut devil?
The paper cut devil? Just so you could only get one paper cut per finger.
Yeah, or like the stinky winky devil. Like you make people
just gas.
No, like you make people's penises smell bad.
Stinky weenie. The stinky weenie.
Or you are the leftovers devil, and basically
I'm a food devil.
Like people who are afraid of leftovers.
Is there people afraid of leftovers?
In their older age, my mom, she doesn't like leftovers.
She's just like, and I was like, put that thing away.
Put the thing back where it came from, or so help me.
So help me.
So help me. She's out of our hair.
Anyway, yeah, I would say like Chainsaw Man verse would be so ass. But if I had to be in it, I would at least try with a double contract. But I know I'm gonna tap out.
Just for shits and gigs, if you had a really powerful devil, what would it be?
Really powerful?
That's not taken already.
Oh, it's not taken. Let me think.
Just for shits and gigs.
For shits and gigs, I would say the hypothermia devil.
That's a good one.
It could freeze anybody, or it has the power of cold, where people would have hypothermia and they would freeze to death. All right, but what would be what would be my give back? Wait, is this a contract or am I the devil?
I guess we can have a contract. Maybe your body temperature will always be regulated.
I will always be cold. Like I will never.
You're a little bit colder, yeah.
Yeah, I'm always gonna be cold. I'm not gonna be able to die, but I'm always gonna be like pale and blue.
Yeah.
I'll never be warm.
You never be warm. That kind of suck a little bit. But you might be fun to snuggle with, like if it's a warm summer day.
Yeah, like outside, or I'll cool people's.
You're like a popsicle.
I'll cool people's pools off on nice summer days.
Hey man, is your beer getting kind of warm? I got you.
I just like rub it around myself. Frosty.
It's like you just put this in your crotch. He's like, it's cold now.
Do you want the cold beer or not?
The car crash devil.
Car crash, that would be very.
Because like car crashes is something that's like people are pretty afraid of.
I'm afraid of it.
Yeah.
I mean, who wouldn't be afraid of getting in a car crash?
And like all the new teenagers who start driving, I'm sure they're probably pretty afraid of that.
So how would that power work? Would it be only like when people are in cars, you give them a higher chance of getting in a car crash?
How about like your punches are the equivalent of car crashes?
Oh, that could be it.
That'd be pretty intense.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know.
Or you just throw like car wheels at them, or I don't know. Just the likelihood of people getting in car crashes.
Yeah.
It's hard. Yeah.
All right. So I have an anime world that I would hate to live in. So this anime world that I would hate to live in is called. Have you heard of this series called Seraph of the Ends?
Seraph of the End. Let me check. No, I've never heard of that.
Well, you're in luck, dumb Stupid idiot. I didn't write these. I'm sorry. Our editor did. So Seraph of the End is not like it would be a shonen anime. It's not like really mainstream.
Okay.
Essentially, a virus wiped out a ton of the population, and then so the vampires of the world who lived in hiding, essentially, they decide, okay, now is a good time to strike back and take back the world, essentially. And so basically almost every human in the world has either been one killed off or two are being kept alive as basically human livestock.
Oh.
And so in this human livestock, the vampires, they keep you alive, and every day you give like half your blood almost, and then you go back to your cells and drink water and drink juice and eat bread, and then you are just every day you're just being like you're a human sack of blood.
Okay.
For vampires to feed on.
Interesting. So how would you like adapt to this if you were in this world? Would you just like how would you live in it?
So this is how you live in it. You wake up every day, you pray to God to kill you, and then you go and get your blood sapped, and then you go back to your cell. That's how you live.
So
that's a general amount of the population. Then there's another part of the population that go to school to be vampire hunters. And
are you gonna be that group of people, or are you just gonna be in the cell, like I can't do this?
I think I would just die.
Oh, that sounds fun.
In the cell.
Yeah, man, that sounds like a quality of life that I want to live.
But I mean, if I were to make it to the vampire hunting school and I somehow got there,
is it very prestigious?
The main character escapes from this prison,
Oh.
along with one of his other friends. I won't get into spoilers, but I mean, maybe if I got to the school, there's people there who have like bow and arrows, snipers. They have swords, axes, etc. Maybe if I had like a double hunting weapon, it would be like a morning star. It's like one of those it's like a stick with like a spiky ball on it.
Yeah,
kind of sick.
Yeah, that would be super cool.
Yeah,
you could just and then you accidentally like let go of it and it just like flies off a building. And you're like,
and I'm like, no, I need another one.
Back to the prison. Yeah, I think both quality of life for Chainsaw Man and that one would be absolutely ass. At least Chainsaw Man, you have a little bit of a chance.
Oh, freedom, yeah.
Yeah, that one sounds like absolutely miserable. Like probably one of the worst worlds you could live in besides like Attack on Titan.
You can be like the dirty laundry vampire, the dirty laundry devil. You know, things that people like fear, not really. In the first episode of Chainsaw Man, Denji fights
the
tomato devil.
I'm afraid of tomatoes.
I've never met anyone aside from Brady who's afraid of tomatoes.
Maybe really bad stand-up comedians are afraid of tomatoes because they just get thrown tomatoes at them all the time. Tomato, tomato, tomato.
Yeah.
They could be afraid. So at least someone's afraid of it. Here's this. I'm gonna give you Anime World.
Okay.
You listening?
I'm listening right now.
Got your listening ears on?
Wait. Yes.
Lit. I'm gonna give you an Anime World, and you're gonna tell me how would you do in that Anime World?
How long I would live and like what I would do, basically.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay.
All right, Brady. Hit me with an anime world that you want to place me in.
Ryan, your Anime World is Promised Neverland.
Oh,
right. You're like what, 6? How old are they? Like 6, 7, or 8? And you're numbered and constant watch.
My brain is as big as it's gonna get.
Oh, it's a big brain. It's a big brain.
It's ripe for the picking.
So how you doing in Promised Neverland, Ryan?
Well,
are you gonna try escape?
Brady, you and I have never been scholars. But I've also never been the type to. I'm also really good at hiding. Like all my playstyles in every video game, it's always stealth.
Yeah.
It's always like sneak around and fight from a distance. So tactically, I might make it like halfway through the series, just based on like my fighting style alone. But brains wise, I wouldn't make it to the end of the manga series.
Yeah, that's like one of the things where like, oh, mother's gonna get me. And she's gonna get me real good.
And she's mother's not gonna be happy about
this. Yeah, because
one.
even like the main characters in it, you're like,
they're really smart.
They're really
the main
smart.
characters are really smart.
Even with like their intelligence, we're like, they're not fucking making it out. And they're not making it out.
Right, because the kids are like 4 foot And
Huge heads.
Mother is like 5.5 foot.
Yeah.
And she's stronger than them. She's faster than them.
She's a demonic creature. It's just like, I'm not. I would hate to be in that world, honestly.
Right. So we should probably describe the world real quick, just real briefly. The world of Promised Neverland. Essentially, the adults raise up an orphanage of kids until they're like 5 or 6 years old. And then their brain is like the ripest and biggest it's gonna get, and then our bodies kind of adjust to the brain size a little bit. But essentially, they're just growing these kids and raising these kids to feed to their alien overlords. And so one of the kids finds this out in the series, and then they start planning to escape. And it'd be hard. I'd be lying to say.
Yeah. The sad thing is, you would most likely just be a Joe Schmo and not know that you're getting fed. Like, you probably won't be in the group who discovers.
Yeah.
Like, you're just going through your normal life.
I'd be like, crayons. What are we doing today, mommy? Oh, it's time for me to get adopted. Okay then.
Yeah.
Well, I'm almost on this picture.
And then you just, sadly, you probably wouldn't be part of the group.
They'd be like, should we tell Ryan? No, don't.
We actually need sacrifices.
Fuck
so
Ryan.
Ryan's actually great. We actually need a couple sacrifices.
Hey, guys, what are you guys talking about? What you guys doing over here? Nothing. We're eating Lunchables and discussing Naruto. I'm like, oh, yeah? What's on today's menu? Nachos?
Yeah, it would be such a hard world to live in.
Because they wouldn't tell me?
Yeah. To be fair, you wouldn't know.
Well, I mean, they got all the kids out. They got most of the kids out, remember?
Yeah, most of the kids out.
Most of the kids got out.
You would be not most.
I'd be in that 5% that didn't get out.
You're not most.
Well, thank you, Brady. It's good to know my heart and my mind that you think so highly of me.
How about this? How about you give me a world, and I'll let you know how I think I do.
Okay, I'm written out right now.
Okay.
You, Brady, are born into the world of the anime world of Skate the Infinity. Yeah, we both love this one. It's very stylistic. It's basically just an anime about skateboarding, downhill skateboarding competitions.
Okay.
And maybe it's a little bit gay, but we're not quite sure.
Slay, queen, slay.
Slay, my non-binary hoes. That's a quote from this show. Please don't yell at me.
To my bitches and my bros and my non-binary hoes.
Okay, Brady. But...
Yes.
You don't get a cool skateboard, a cool longboard.
I'm in a skateboard anime.
But you don't get a snowboard or a skateboard or longboard. Brady, you have the choice of you're definitely a side character. You are the side character's bitch.
Okay.
You either get rollerblades or a scooter.
That's a hard one, but I will say, I'm gonna stick with the rollerblades.
Obviously. Rollerblades, okay.
Yeah, that's 2 feet. I could run pretty fast.
Yeah,
rollerblades just make me run faster.
You have a runner's body.
Yeah, and I feel like I could like move around like those corners, those very tight corners. Cool thing about this anime compared to the anime I gave you, I'm not dying. That's the cool thing.
I mean, you might get injured pretty bad.
I might get like a sprained ankle, or like I might get pushed, but like at least I'm alive. At least I'm a growing teenager, and I'm not getting fed to the alien overworld lords.
Sure.
So I think, definitely gonna be a side character. I'm not gonna be the best skateboarder. It would be very hard to be a good skateboarder without a skateboard. So
dang it.
Yeah.
One of us should have been Mugen Rider.
Hey, he has a lot of heart. Mugen Rider is looked upon as...
We have a lot of heart. We're not good with words, but gosh darn it, if we don't have a lot of heart...
Yeah, honestly, man, I don't think I would do bad in Skate the Infinite. I think I could really embrace the homosexual culture of it. Mm-hmm. I'm one with them, so I think I would embrace it a lot better than most people would.
What if you were like the type of character who was always just trying to tag along? And like, you're like, wait for me, guys, and you're like, I brought my skates today.
It's like every episode, like you see me at the beginning of the episode with everybody, and by the end of the episode, I'm just arriving there. Yeah, it takes me like a lot longer.
or like you see him like getting dropped off by his mom. He's like, thanks, mom. I'll call you when it's done.
Yeah, and then it's just like I never go home. That's how I think I would do in Skate the Infinite. I'm glad you didn't give me one where I would die.
I gave you a fun one.
You gave me a fun. I think I gave you a fun one. I thought you were gonna give me one where it was like, I'm dead. I'm dead no matter what. No matter what I do, I'm dead.
It was between that or Soul Eater. I think that'd be fun.
And they're both fun.
Yeah.
Sorry I gave you such an ass one.
You definitely did.
Yeah, I gave you one where like you only have a slim chance of surviving.
If we were in the Soul Eater world and you were the Meister and I was your weapon, what kind of weapon would I be?
If I was the Meister and you were the weapon, I think you would be.
Fireworks.
No, close. You would be
Rocket
a
launcher.
bazooka.
Rocket launcher. Yeah.
You would literally just be
Hell
a
yeah.
bazooka. But I only get one shot every time, and I have to pick up like a piece of you and like put it back in to like reload the shot.
Or it's like my nails. It just grows back.
Oh, ew.
No,
Like
that would take too long.
Yeah, and like every time I shoot you, you only have 20 nails, and then
that
if I unload all 20 ammos, when you get back into human form, you have no nails. And it has to grow back.
I don't like that. All right, it's just unlimited with a timer.
No, I like the nails one.
I don't like it.
You just don't have nails.
All
I always
right.
use all 20. It's like bam, 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 bam.
All right, Brady. If I was the Meister and you were the weapon, let's see. Brady, I think you would be like. You kind of give me like brass knuckles kind of vibes a little bit.
Oh, brass knuckles.
Yeah. And then one knuckle is like, oh wait, there's already a brass knuckles user. He's like black.
Oh, that guy's really cool. I forgot about that.
I was gonna say
There's
like,
a lot of weapons with anime about weapons.
but I don't think there's a rocket launcher yet.
I don't.
Soul Eater.
The only type gun one is Death the Kids with his two dual wielding pistols.
You know what he does he makes it into a cannon later.
Oh, I think that's what he does. If he puts them together, they could form into different weapons.
You would be like, ooh, you're like a boomerang.
Boomerang.
Yeah, you're a boomerang.
I always come back, baby.
Yeah, unfortunately. Yeah, I would throw you, and you can control the weather and like the winds.
Ooh, like I can control where I get thrown, and I can move around. Like I could go boom, 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 like hit like 10 different opponents.
And then maybe you can come back around to me, and instead of me grabbing you, I latch onto you somehow, and like we like fly away.
Oh, that would be cool.
Yeah.
But you fly away in circles. You're just spinning around. You get really dizzy. So we can't get like far, but because that's how boomerangs works. They like go. So when you grab onto me and you're just, you only last like 5 minutes.
I didn't think about this long. Oh, okay. I don't want to keep talking about like how useful you'd be in a fight or at transportation or anything, but
I would be a good weapon.
Yeah,
I think I would actually be a better weapon than the Meister.
What would your wife? Well, if your wife was your weapon, what would she turn into?
My wife was a weapon. I think she would be a double end katana blade.
Okay.
And then you could take her apart.
I've never seen a double ended katana blade.
Yeah. Think of a double ended lightsaber, but it's gonna be katanas.
Why is that?
Because she's sharp. She's sharp witted. Doesn't matter what approach you come at her with. She always has some sharp wits. Coming back at you.
And if looks can kill because she has an RBF even though she's not mad.
Oh yeah, because like katanas, they're really beautiful weapons. But if you look at it wrong, it could cut you up.
Yep.
Slay, sister. Anyway, Ryan, I think that's about time. It's about that time.
If you guys like this, you know what? We don't even care if you like this. Go ahead and leave a comment down below and tell us what anime world you'd love to live in.
And tell us what anime world you would hate to live in. But you can't say Attack on Titan, because no one would like to live there.
No one wants to live in Attack on Titan.
Currently, right now, during the rumbling, no one wants to live in Attack on Titan.
Whether you're a Titan, a civilian, a scout, it sucks for everyone.
Mm-hmm. You're dying no matter what, and that's just how it is.
Yeah, I mean, you can be a fish. The fish got fucked too.
All of it, yeah. Right now, the Titans are going through the water, and the fishes are getting fried.
Oh, they're getting fried. They're getting stepped on. They're turning into fish food. Remember the episode of South Park where they're like, "Hey Kanye, you like fish sticks?" He's like, "Yeah, fucking love them. Why?"
Oh, you gay? Because you like fish dicks?
He's like, "You think you're a gay fish?" He's like, "I don't get it. I'm not a gay fish."
No, I'm Kanye. I'm better. I'm not like gay fish.
Shout out to Kanye for not being racist against Jews anymore. We love you, man.
Yeah, and also shout out to you guys for staying for the rest of the snack bite.
Yes. Snack bites every Thursday morning, and then a Snack Run podcast every Monday morning. We appreciate you guys so much for stopping by today. You're amazing. We love you. And come on back again next time.
Snack bite out.
Yeah, Snack Pack Duo out of here.